Hi, Mary Me. So, I have this oddball little book. It's called Solar's Dreams, Numbers, and Lucky Days. And what this is actually a pretty old horoscope. I mean, a couple of years ago, I bought this big box of various old New Age and occult books, and I sort of this was one of those that I just threw into a bookshelf and didn't really look at because what this is, it's a 5-year horoscope from 1966 to 1970, which would then be the latest date in this book is 12 years before I was born. So, yeah, but I thought it might be fun to have a look at because I just happened to find it while looking for a book to read in my bookshelf. So, yeah, at first glance, it looks very much like New Age books of the 1960s, 1970s usually look. And the quality of the paper is very, very poor, and the script also is pretty pulpy. But then again, I like such pulpy books. So let's see. Perhaps let's check in the back first. Perhaps there's some advertisements back here. Oh, there is. Excellent. Alright, I just want these things. You have the Solar's Mystic Genie board, so as an Ucha board, and Solar's new official fortune telling cards. There we have the advertisements. Let me get them straight. There we go. It's also some books on that thing. One of the funniest things with discovering these old pulpy books are the advertisements in the back. Oh yeah, there are some advertisements for having your fortunes read too. So let's have a look at what this contains. Because I'm not doing a review on this because we all know what a horoscope is. It's a book with various things that have a tendency to cover a very, very, very loose idea of, well, astrology. But yeah, just because it's so old, it might be fun. Oh, it's a section here about the interpretation of dreams. Goes on for some too. Oh, yeah, there's a little dream lexicon in here. That's quite nifty. And it goes on. It's quite a lot of it. I mean, all of these pages are not just for tea. This might be more than just an old horoscope to look at and then throw back in the shelf. Oh yeah, because we are still on this. Actually, most of it is a dream lexicon. Interesting. Actually, all of this is a dream lexicon. And suddenly it becomes more of an actual book. But I do see that each thing is very. Each thing in the lexicon is pretty shallow. For example, wagon. An empty wagon is a bad omen, but a wagon that is well filled indicates unexpected good fortune. So, just at a glance, I can tell you there are better dream diaries out there, but still, that's a nice surprise. But let's check our horoscopes, shall we? Or before I was born. Yes. Uh, it's a little bit of a section here on numerology and finding your lucky number. But you have lucky days. Some about numerology. Lucky days, Taurus. I'm fishy, so let's go there. And yeah, this was just a video that I thought about. You see, I'm waiting to go out and go to the post office and I do a few things like that. And I thought I might as well make a video and blabber at the screen for a little while. And I thought perhaps other people too like these old, strange, crappy books. So it might be fun to just go through it together. Yeah. Okay, are we talking to Lucky Days Fishies? And the reason why I'm reading my star sign is that I don't know the star signs of anybody who might be watching. And of course, the hair means some signs because books like these are very little detailed. Lucky Days Fishies. For all those born between February to March. February 20th to March 20th. Astrology indicates the exact periods when you should speculate and when you should not do so. The Earth going through the 12 signs of the zodiac forms certain configurations which indicate your prospects in any game chance. Thus, you have regular periods every year where you will win or where you will lose. Do we have the same text on every one of the signs? Because they seem... can't see there. Yeah, actually, they have that section on each and every sign. Talk about padding the book. Yes, very, very. And if it's up to you to make use of this information. In order to make this reading most accurate, your sign has been divided into 3 sections. Not bad. This division by decadent gives you about 10 days which are influenced by the sun's transits. If you are born on February 20th, 21st, 23rd, and so on, you may speculate during the following periods and expect to win. Oh, it will tell me how to win on the market. I wonder if this will work, even if it's 40 years old. From February 19th to February 29th, you will also be tempted to speculate, yet must determine for yourself whether or not you can win. Do not speculate from May 21st to the 2nd of June, August 23rd to the 4th of September, and November 21st to the 4th of December. Because that would be bad. But yeah, I'm not making fun of the concept, because the concept of using numerology in combination with your astrology to figure out when you will be most lucky, when money will be easier to obtain, and so on and so forth, that's a pretty good idea and has been used all the time. I just find it funny. I'm not making fun of the book, I'm just finding it funny that this book is 40 years old. We have a saying in Norway which is basically small children, small pleasures. I think I just, went into that. We have more about how to go on Wall Street and earn money, and then we have a lot of that. Yeah. We're going over to numerology. According to the science of numerology, the celestial number of fishes is 8. That's bad. Neptune, the ruling planet of this sign, has a numerological value of 5. Combining these two numbers, we have 8 plus 5 equals 13. This must be reduced to a single digit, thus 1 plus 3 equals 4. Not good at all, no is it? Number 4 is the key number for all persons born in Pisces, the same as for those born in Aries. There are only 9 digits, therefore some signs will have duplicate numbers, since there are 12 signs. Bear in mind that your key is 4. When you buy a ticket of any sort, see that the serial number 4 is the predominating number. And what am I going to do if I buy a ticket and it doesn't have 4 as a predominant number? I mean, I do get the point that you can say such and such is then a lucky number. But the problem, and if you can choose numbers, like for example, often you can choose your seat at the cinema. Then fine, but you buy a ticket to a concert and you say, no, I can't have this ticket because it doesn't have the right number, I think they might look at you a bit oddly. If you're very much into astrology, it might be worth those odd looks. They predominate number, room, number 4 in a hotel, street number containing 4 and several fours, force numbers, blah 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 blah. The problem with this is that you can overdo on a number 2. And 4 isn't generally considered the most positive number in numerology, so actually what I would rather do if I have a lot of 4s in something, I would try to balance that out with adding numbers that are not 4s, that would equal out the negative influences of 4. And we are going back to speculation. I mean, this book is odd. It's very, very odd. I mean, at first glance, this looks like regular, your regular astrology book, your regular horoscope book, which contains rather shallow horoscopes and so on. They sell them in convenience stores and such around the beginning of the year. You still do that. But, I mean, there's a lot of dreams in here. A dream lexicon takes up half the book, and the rest seems to be how to use astrology and numerology to play the numbers and win money. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't seem to be what's on the book. And I mean, even here, it says, no, Solar is world's most popular astrologer. You see? Presents his 5-year horoscope. It says to be a 5-year horoscope. This isn't a 5-year horoscope. It's advice for how your numbers and energies match up for how to get the most out of winning money in various forms of investing. Very, very odd. But I mean, for that matter, it's good for me because most of this doesn't actually change. Some of the specific days that are lucky and so on will have changed. But for example, such and such numbers go well with such and such and such to invest money, to win something, to basic all of those. That actually is pretty. That doesn't really change. I mean, that means this book can be used for something. Not that I was really planning on investing lots of money, because I don't have a lot of money, but yeah. Proper hours for speculation. The proper hour for speculation is when your ruling planet is governing. Yeah. They refer to your daily paper, almanac, and calendar to find the time of sunrise, then count the hours after sunrise. These hours are the same every week, month, and year. Only the time of sunrise changes. I mean, there's a lot of good advice here, really. I mean, it's very, very shallow, but for what it is, it's not bad. Lucky days. Lucky days. More lucky days. Well, that was fun. I mean, this is some of the reasons why I like to buy, basically, somebody sells, okay, here's a box of books. They're usually rather cheap too. And I do this both with occult books and science fiction books and such. Where you just say, we'll have a box here of 20 books and you don't know what's in it. Because sometimes you find fun little things like this. That is definitely not on the tin. I mean, this is like finding a tin that says peaches and you'll find ham in there. Because what this is 1/2 dream diary, 1/2 guide for how to speculate on Wall Street and other types of thing where you can speculate and earn money using astrology and numerology. So yeah, that was an odd one. But yeah, that's my little fun and game, not really a review, but for a first reactions video, that's what it's called. A first reaction video of Solar's Dreams, Numbers, and Lucky Days. Compiled by Solar, the world's most popular astrologer. It's his last name. So yeah, who publishes this technically? Solar actually does that. Yeah, Solar is the one that publishes it. I hope you have had fun with me. Have a great day and blessed be.